Bombshell accusations made against one of the most trusted names in news.
Good evening. I'm Tom Brokaw with NBC Nightly News.
A former NBC reporter has come forward saying she was sexually harassed by NBC Nightly News legend Tom Brokaw. It's the second time in months that another big NBC News name is facing serious allegations. Lynn Smith joins me with all of the breaking details. You can imagine the chairman of NBC has a lot of questions of what's going on inside those walls.
Yeah, certainly. But for Tom Brokaw's part, he is vehemently denying that. And I will get to that in a moment. But we have gotten word Tom Brokaw did withdraw himself from the commencement speaker at Sacred Heart University in Connecticut. All of this following those allegations from former NBC News correspondent Linda Vester. She spoke out to Variety magazine, and she says more than 20 years ago, she was groped by Tom Brokaw, and she says he tried to kiss her on 2 different occasions. Brokaw, as I said, has denied those allegations. I'll get to that in just a moment. But she says this first incident happened in 1993. The second happened when Tom Brokaw came to her hotel, she says, uninvited.
I actually decided to be more direct, and I brought up a case of sexual harassment, a recent case of sexual harassment at NBC News that had caused the victim a lot of pain. And at that point, he leans over with his index finger and puts it on my mouth to silence me and says, "This is our compact." And at that point, he took the same hand, reached behind my head, and tried to force me to kiss him. I pulled back with all the strength I could muster and stood up. And I said, "Tom, I do not want to do this with you."
Now, what does Tom Brokaw have to say about all of this? He released this scathing statement to his colleagues. It was obtained by the Los Angeles Times. And here's what it reads. Quote, Linda Vester was given the run of the Washington Post and Variety to vent her grievances, to complain that I tickled her without her permission. Quote, you read that right. That I invaded her hotel room, accepted an invitation to her apartment under false pretenses, and in general was given a free hand to try to destroy all that I have achieved with my family, my NBC career, my writing, and my citizenship. My family and friends are stunned and supportive. My NBC colleagues are bewildered that Vester, who had limited success at NBC News, a modest career at Fox News, and a reputation as a colleague who had trouble with the truth, was suddenly the keeper of the flame of journalistic integrity. Now, Michaela, you may be wondering, why is Linda Vester speaking out now? Well, she says that she did it because NBC did not hire an outside counsel to investigate what she calls a long-standing problem of sexual misconduct allegations at NBC News. And I do want to point out, in full disclosure, I worked at NBC News for a number of years. That was certainly not my experience, but that simply only means that was not my experience. Michaela, back to you.
Very interesting to see all of this happening. It's been quite a week in the news. My goodness, Lynn, thank you.
Take care.